Remember that none of this is financial advice.
XRP. Look at that chart. Look at that chart. Green candle boys. It is Wednesday, March 19th, and the green candle boys are in action. It's like Jim Carrey the Riddler out here from that Batman movie back in the 90s. All green everything. It's like poison ivy. We've made it. I'm done with the red. I'm done with the 7 years of downtrend. I'm ready for green candle boys to take over. I'm ready for the green candle boys. This reminds me of Gucci Mane. This guy had so many funny little one-offs about what he would call his gang. He would call them the Brick Squad Monopoly. He'd call them Marble Squad Boys. You know, and the way he would say it, this was when Gucci was retarded still. If you guys didn't know, Gucci Mane threw a woman out of his Lamborghini, threw her out of the butterfly door while the car was moving. And then when the judge asked, he said, "Are you guilty?" Gucci said, "Bitch, I might be." So Gucci then pled retarded. They had him take a test. He was legally retarded. They send him in. He comes out no longer retarded. Nobody's studying this. I'm just saying. The same way they got the Brick Squad Monopoly and the Marble Boys, we got the Green Candle Boys. All right? GCB, baby. Come on. Rep it. We're here today. XRP. In the last 24 hours, we went from $2.25 up to $2.54. And now we're bouncing to $2.47. Has the flip been switched? Has the Ripple lawsuit ended? Is the government going to take on XRP as the next reserve currency that's going to back the US dollar along with gold? Because oil's out, baby. Oil's done. We on them green candles now, dog. We not using oil to light shit no more, man. We on them green candles, okay? Bitcoin, 83.9. Nothing wrong with that. So Bitcoin's still in its range. As you see, it's going up. Is the market going up? You know, last night I got a message that said Gala Games was going up. I love that. I love to see Gala Games going up. Gala Games sitting at 1.7 pennies. ETH broke above 2,100. Let's go, ETH. We're all rooting for you. No one wants to see ETH and Bitcoin falling sword. That would mean that this is truly the end. Or it would be the beginning of the end. Listen, once things start falling sword, being the top of the market, and we start seeing that redistribution to the alts, that's the final gong, okay? We know we're getting close to the end. You better be making your moves. You better be taking money off the table. You better be asking yourself how you're going to set yourself up for passive income for the next 4 years. I remember 4 years ago, I tried to quit my job. Dude, my rent was $900 a month. I didn't really have any expenses. I was living off $30 a day, which maybe to some, that's a lot. Maybe to some, that's very minimal. But that was the budget I was on. So I had $900 a month for rent, and I had $900 a month for expenses. That included gas, food, whatever I wanted to do, right? If I wanted to go to an event or something, I would not spend for a few days, and then I would have money for that event. $30 a day. Okay? This is when I stumbled upon Gala Games. I was a college student. I was living on this budget that I had made for myself. A full-time worker who was going to college. And I was a true believer in crypto. And when I stumbled upon the Gala Games nodes, I managed to be able to buy some. I used Nexo as leverage. Nexo was allowing US customers back in the day. And they allowed me to get Gala nodes without selling my back, which was a beautiful thing. And I was a part of the people who hit that times 80 on Gala Games. Some people hit it even harder than me. But I think Gala Games is here to stay. I really do. They've survived a bear market. They've survived endless FUD. They've survived lawsuits between the owners. I know that spider tanks, things went awry. I'm a believer in Gala Games. Now, Gala started as an L2 on top of ETH, and then they built their own L1 Gala chain. And so it's both on Hotel ETH as well as they have their own Gala chain. And Gala chain's accepted on Bitra. Gala Games also has Gala Film and Gala Music, two different entertainment ecosystems, one for music. The people who own copies of the NFT song earn royalties. Now, think about royalties for songs. It might just be a few pennies a day. You give it a few years of life, you will have made good money on those royalties. Enough for you to buy more songs. It's a doubling down game when it comes to Gala Music and Gala Film. Gala Film sells pieces of shows. You can buy these scenes, which then the same deal. You earn royalties as the show is watched. And right now, Gala Film and Gala Music are both such niche places that they have a huge room to run. I mean, you look at the market cap of Gala Music, the token's sitting at an all-time low, 1.2 pennies. There's only going to be 1 billion music token ever, and the market cap is under $2 million. Daily trading volume of 4.7. So look at that. That's pretty impressive. The daily trading volume is more than 2 times that of the market cap. What does it mean? There's only 145 million music tokens out right now, which means that there's 800 million that Gala is holding. These are going to be given out as the ecosystem grows to the node runners, to the people who own songs, to the people who create songs and put them on the website. Big fan of Gala Music. That's the lowest cap project I'm in. Less than 2 million. But it's okay because its parent company is a top 100 token. They're not going to give up on Gala Music. Gala Music, Gala Film, and Gala Games. And that's the three-headed beast that is Gala. Now, there's a ton of other stuff on the side that's built on top of Gala Chain. We're talking MetaFlora. We're talking Magneto HR. We're talking the Tipped NFTs project. We're talking NFT Harbor, Osmi AI. There's a bunch. We have a lot of people building on Gala Chain. We have Osmi AI. Osmi sitting at 3.4 cents. So Osmi down 90% from the all-time high. I think that's bullish. Now, they just pulled liquidity on Uniswap. There were so many sell orders that all the liquidity is gone. Apparently, you can still use Mexi to get yourself some Osmi or to sell it. So don't be completely in fear. If you own a node, you can still go to Mexi. Get yourself a Brave VPN. It's only $10 a month. MetaFlora nodes are now officially earning seed. So MetaFlora is a weed company on a DeEEP network. Think about that. They're doing supply chain tracking in the marijuana industry using a node network to uphold all the transactions on the blockchain. That's incredible. Don't you want to know what's in your shit? From the point of seed to the point of you inhaling it into your lungs, you want to know whether pesticides in your stuff, man. I want to know. I want to be able to look through this thing's history, know what cultivation and distribution centers it was at. On top of that, MetaFlora has a shop, and they're going to be shipping THC and CBD products around the world. If you're in a country that doesn't allow THC, they're going to ship you CBD. And there are workarounds if you're in a country that doesn't allow either. I couldn't tell you what it is, but there's some sort of non-CBD, maybe just hemp oil, something of the likes. I really couldn't tell you. MetaFlora is doing big things. Okay? And these guys bought some 100 acres in NorCal. They have a company called Elysian, which is a real life company you could invest in. They're doing a private round of equity funding. We have artists dropping songs on MetaFlora, including the Earthlings and Ali M. Spencer Lansusik being the latest. And Spencer's from Kenya, man. So think about this. You get $70 per sale of a song when you sell a track on Gala Music as the artist. The artist gets $70, which is a 70-30 cut with Gala. Tracks go for $100. As a fan like myself, I could buy one and then I earn royalties daily as the song stream. Well, if you're in Kenya, $70 goes a lot further than it does in the USA. I'm saying last cycle too about, I want to say it was Axie. Axie was contributing to people's livelihood in smaller parts of the world with their play-to-earn game. Now, the problem that we've seen with a lot of play-to-earn games is they're not sustainable because what's maintaining the price? I wonder if the game was as big as Fortnite, and I want to say as profitable as Fortnite. Epic Games has made a lot of money on Fortnite. If then the token would have had a better chance, right? Because Axie, we got to say that crypto games are not on par with AAA games. The money's not there. The time's not there. Gaming studios have not fully moved into Web3 games. So that's an interesting piece right there. But yeah, MetaFlora, they formed their own artist collective at their headquarters, which is being built on their 100 acres. So here it is, Elysium, real estate and agritourism, the future of cannabis. They have a 117 acre property, all right? And they're building a huge weed headquarters so they can handle a lot of cultivation and distribution themselves for their network. I own a node. I've been running it since before they were giving out the placeholder for their token. Now, I don't know what their token's gonna be called, whether it's gonna be FLORA, Meta, maybe MetaFlora, I don't know. But right now they're giving up the seed token, which is a placeholder for whatever that token is going to be. So you're earning seed, and that seed will then be converted to MetaFlora. And you're going to be able to use that token to buy stuff on their website, whatever it may be, holistic products, THC, CBD, send it right to your doorstep. The world's first worldwide online dispensary, hosted by a blockchain DeEEP network. Sounds good. I like it a lot. In MetaFlora, yeah, you can buy one of their nodes and set it up yourself on a VPS or on a hardware device. But you could also just buy the device that they put out with the DeEEP network, if there are still any available. Now, this was a dual node device, a plug and play from the DeEEP network. If you buy one of the DeEEP network's devices, it's $1,000, plug it in, and now you're hosting the DeEEP network. If you buy the DeEEP network MetaFlora, you guessed it, now you have both nodes in one, but it's a plug and play, and now you're earning both things. You're earning seed, and you're gonna be earning the DeEEP token. Now, the DeEEP token hasn't started paying out yet, but when it does, what I've heard is that these people who are in the opening rounds of getting the nodes, of getting that hardware machine, are gonna be getting a massive uptick in what they get. DeEEP's got a Cybertruck, a project that lets users monetize unused bandwidth and earn rewards. No need to manage nodes, just plug in, earn, and contribute. Raptor Mining made a video about the DeEEP network. Go check it out if you want to. There it is. I'm a fan of the DeEEP network. I ordered a second box, so I'm gonna have 2 boxes. Now the thing is that you have to have multiple locations to put these in. Thankfully, I live somewhere and my dad lives somewhere, and I can plug one in at his place too. Shit, I might use my mother-in-law's house too, not even tell her what it is. The DeEEP network recently came out. They sold boxes. The network is onboarding their own Web2 company, NerdNode. So you have all these people who are already using a VPS. And that's genius because the DeEEP network comes in with utility. They come in with users. It's only going to grow from there. I'm excited to see where the DeEEP network goes. As more boxes get online, as the tokens go live, as the TGE event occurs, I think that we're going to be hearing more and more about the DeEEP network. And you're going to be thinking to yourself, I should have got a box. I should have been one of those first boxes. Right now, they're cutting themselves off at 1776. So the nodes will stop being sold at 1776 boxes sold. Okay? It says right now, if you order it, you'll get it in 2 months. That's not a bad turnaround. I ordered a helium miner. It took 6 months, all right? I've been running these helium miners for quite some time. A Bobcat. It's not very profitable at all. But you hold your helium, you hold your IoT, hopefully those go to the moon, and then it will be profitable. When you buy nodes, when you buy a hardware device, you want to get some of your money back, all right? It's not like mining Bitcoin back in 2010 when all you had to do was turn on your computer, run a little software in your computer. It's not like that. It's not free. You have to put money in. The DeEEP network, $1,100 for their device. The Green Candle Boys approve of the DeEEP network. Algo, bouncing, looking to break that 0.2. Now we're going up, all right? On the one day, we're up 9%. We're going up. Algo's fighting. I was reading a lot of FUD yesterday online about Algo. You had people talking about how the price just isn't moving. You know what's funny is I keep getting drawn into these tokens that are so similar to what XRP was like. Maybe it's because that's where the value is. That's where I see the value, is when you look at an all-time chart and it's like this. You go and you look up algo online and you see a lot of people crying because they were buying over $1. They were buying over $2. Well, I'm sorry to say it, bucko, that's a part of the game. My first XRP buys were $1.80, falling sword of 2018. And it took damn near 7 or 8 years for me to make profit on that. Those buys are now just in the profit. But $1 cost averaged all the way down to 17 to 22 cents the summer of 2019. And that's the chance you have right now with Algorand too. You look at Algorand and you know the technology is A1. The technology is A1. It was built by an all-star team. It's a top 50 token by market cap. They're going to be tokenizing real-world assets on the blockchain. This is a big use case. Algorand's one of the winners. It's going to be here in 5 to 10 years. You're going to get fudded out of your bag because there's a team of people selling Algorand. The same way Jed McCaleb was selling his bag once a week for XRP. When you have an asset that's worth something, first of all, there's going to be a team that has that asset to start with. You want this team to be a part of it. You want them to be building the idea of the network. The thing about Bitcoin is they went bottom up, and nothing works bottom up. You have to go top down. I really think that Algorand's going to kill it. All the assets here today that we talked about, I think they're going to kill it. Maybe not Bitcoin and ETH. Now, I'm rooting for Bitcoin and ETH. I just don't think the percentages are there. I don't think they're going to hit it times 10. I don't think they're going to hit it times 5. If we get ETH to 10K this cycle, I'll get an ETH tattoo. All right? And that's silly. I don't want an ETH tattoo. Fuck ETH. With all the money I've spent on ETH fees, I could have had a bunch of tattoos. Yeah, I'm back and forth on the tats. You know, it's whatever. You know, I think it's cool if you think it's cool, and if you think it's not cool, I think it's not cool. You know, it's like, I have some. But I heard some OGs told some new school players, like, oh, you need to have art on your body, you know, and they kind of made it like, you're not really manly. So yeah, I could see a joke being made about that too. There's nothing wrong with jokes. Jokes are good, all right? Jokes are good. Green candles are good. They're good for your health. I'm waiting on us to get the Green Candle Boys NFT project up and running. There's going to be staking. There's going to be NFTs. There's going to be all sorts of goodies, man. There might even be legit green candles. We might be sending out a physical product. It's going to smell like time, because baby, it's time. All right? XRP. Look at that green candle. If you're not happy on a day like today, take a lap. That's all I can say to you. Zach with Web3 Reviews. Thank you for being with us. Until next time.